1 year.
Hello! Hi Ollie, thank you so much for 1 year. Also 6, thank you so much for 18 months. The Keep King, thanks guys. Hello everyone. I'm gonna keep it a buck with you guys. For some reason, I am still not feeling well. I might actually have to go to the doctors soon. It's been a wild ride of me going up and down. Yeah, I think so. I think it's about time. Unk is back. What's up, Choo-Choo?
Hello and happy Sunday.
Thank
Hope
you,
you
Bob.
are feeling better soon.
Is that 3 years? Is 36 months 3 years? God damn, thanks, man. Hope it's not long COVID, to be honest. Okay, let me explain to you guys what's going on. First of all, it's good to be back. I've missed you guys. Unk? First day back, and this is what I get? Unk is now unkier than ever. I've missed you guys. Hope everyone's been doing well. I have not really been at my computer. Other than the last, 3 days, I've not really been at my computer. So nothing's changed on my desk setup because I literally have tried to, completely disconnect from everything. But hello, everyone. But dude, let me tell you guys, last night, I was sitting down.
God damn, dude.
Oh, sure, thank you so much for 5 tier 1s. I really appreciate it, man. You look glowing and healthy. Thank you. But oh my god, last night I was sitting down. I was like, my last night, I'm gonna play some video games with some friends. I'm gonna stay up all night because I already got all my switches ready for the Gehirn today. Around 11 o'clock I got off because I was feeling kind of weird. You know when you're feeling kind of flushed? And I got off and I went to bed. And I'm just you know when you're violently shivering even though it wasn't that cold? And then I don't know if you guys have ever had this. I had the weirdest dream. And because I was already feeling a little bit weak because of I don't know what the hell it was. The dream, which I can't even begin to explain what the dream was, gave me the biggest freaking headache, dude. So it was this mix of just everything going wrong. So, hi Notice, how you doing? Good morning, everyone. Sorry to hear you're not feeling well. I think I'm gonna have to go to the doctors because I don't know what it is. I think it's congestion stuff. I think it's a bunch of congestion stuff. I think me getting chills last night was just some random side effect of all this, but that's why it's called a fever dream, literally. Yeah. I think honestly, yeah. Oh man, it was tough sleeping last night. It was tough. Really enjoying the hobby of the last month or so. I'm happy, Jeffrey.
Hello, D.
Dude, thank you so much for 15 months, Remo. I appreciate you. And also Dot, thank you so much for a tier 1. Have you finally had pizza? No. But actually, we ended up going away for a few days.
So nice.
Hello,
So we
Mr.
went-
Alex.
Thank
Happy
you
you
very
are
much.
back. Have
Thank
you finally
thank
had
you.
pizza? Ha ha.
No pizza, but we went away for a few days. We took a little vacation, and then the rest of the time was the last few days, just been at home.
Welcome back.
Just disconnecting from everything. So it's been nice, but you know what? It's weird. I don't know if I could do a break is great, 100%. I think I needed this really badly. Yeah. We went away for a few days, but yeah, I don't know if I could. I'm gonna be honest. I was getting a little bit not bored, but I was just a little bit. I don't know. It was just I missed you guys, and then I was also I want to do keyboard stuff and tinker and do that stuff too. So I think it was good because it made me realize I like doing this stuff so much. You know what I mean? But how are you guys? The last week has been honestly, it feels like forever. But how have you guys been? I was waiting for your live stream to know if I should try the aged one or for the Mechameleon. We'll go over some of this stuff. I was actually perusing the group buy page this morning. So we'll go over all of it. Factory reset? Kind of, yeah.
Hello. Hope you had a great break and welcome back. Happy Sunday to you and all the fellow alexotians.
Oh, wow. I don't even know if I can pronounce Alexotians? damn. Thank you for the bits. I appreciate you, brother. Thank you. Trying to fix my social anxiety, so I managed to get out of the door last week. I don't know the best way to do that, but I know when I was dealing with some social anxiety stuff, like, you just kind of have to force yourself to do things, but everyone's kind of different, you know? Kind of relatable. Like, I get the holiday, I've been waiting for it, then I get bored within 3 days. Yeah, like, it wasn't so much that I was, okay, I feel like terrible saying this, it wasn't so much that I was bored, it was more just, it gets to a point where I like my daily routine, like this, that's why I've been able to do it so long. And then
Happy MLK Junior Days Eve.
Thank you, Crumpled. Appreciate you. But yeah, I was just like, yeah, you know what? I definitely need to see all my people again, you know? I have an old laser set I could put on the blue. Like a GMK laser set or SA. To be frank, I kind of feel you. Dude, Elvis, I feel you there because that's kind of how I feel too. I feel like sometimes a little bit useless. I feel like I could be doing more, you know? But yeah. Last week was so dull, but everything changed a few minutes ago. Thank you, Lander. I did start JoJo. But then, I'm going to be honest with you, Adam. Last night. Oh, also, hi, Oak. How you doing? Sorry, Oak, hold on. I'm reading through all the comments. Last night, I decided that I was going to watch one episode of Fallout, the new series. So I did take a small break from JoJo, because I'm a few episodes in, to watch the first episode of the new Fallout. But I think I'm going to wait till... Is it fully finished? Is it fully finished? I'm waiting for the whole season to be finished. Yeah, I think I realized, I'm like, maybe this isn't done yet. Ends in February? Okay, I'm going to wait then. The first episode is good, but... Part 4, buddy? Of what, the new Fallout series? Yeah, and then also I watched this other one last week too, like early last week, called His and Hers on Netflix. That kept me on the edge of my seat. But there were some parts of that show that made me go like, it's kind of stupid. But that was pretty good. I like that one there too. Thank you, Maze. Appreciate the tier 1. Thank you, dude. Oh, part 4 of JoJo. How many episodes total of JoJo are there? I don't know if you're in esports or not, but you should watch the final of Apex Global series because holy shit, it's so good. Is it getting good? I actually don't mind watching Apex players. I think I've been pretty open about that, but like...
Welcome back, King.
Thank you, Pimatako.
Hope you had a great break.
It was good. It was needed. But yeah, I think Apex is like one of the only like esports I can actually watch. I enjoy watching people play games. I don't mind Apex. And I don't mind TFT. I can't really watch some of the other games, though. I find it a little bit difficult. So. New giveaway. What's going on? There's a giveaway? Oh, shit. Wobbly made a giveaway. You guys can type in... wait, is it exclamation? Type join. If you guys type join, you guys can join for a giveaway. Thank you, Wobbly. Also, thank you again, Juju Phillips, for the extra tier 1. Soundtrack, thank you so much for the tier 1. 10, thank you so much for the Prime. Appreciate you guys. Love you guys. Yeah, I hope everyone's been having a good week. A good everything here. I don't think it's exclamation point join. I think it's just regular join. So nice.
Present emoji. Thank you. Welcome back, Alex.
Thanks, guys. 190 episodes? That's not as bad as Dragon Ball Z. Dragon Ball Z, there was so much.
Judy Phillips gifted a tier 1 sub to King's
Thank you, Alex. Appreciate your Prime. Thank you, guys. Very too kind. But yeah, that's really it. I have no other real big updates.
Welcome back. I hope you enjoyed your time off.
Dude, I don't... Bro, I wish I could tell you guys. I'm still not 100%. I feel like I got better last week, but I was still stuffy. And then, as of last night, I don't know where I stand feeling better-wise. So, as of last night, and I actually was talking to another friend who had basically the same symptoms as me. He said he had to go to the doctor to get prescribed, like, antibiotics or something. And he said it was gone in, like, 2 or 3 days. So I think I might have to do the exact same thing. Winner? Who won? I can't see. It's not showing me any of this. Oh, Broke. Congratulations, Broke, on winning. Is that the new flu? I don't know. I have no clue. Also, hi, Boxster. How you doing, man? Hydrate? I need to hydrate here. Feel free to ask me if you need help. I'm a provider as well, but in the US. I need to list you then all my symptoms, Tech, because I don't know what the hell, man. I don't know what's going on. I feel fine today, though. Do I sound better? Do I sound less congested? Hot ass bath for a long time can simulate a fever and help. I might have to. Honestly, that might be my goal today, too. Yeah. Okay, I will admit, though, I did wake up with a little bit less congestion this morning. I think maybe whatever I had last night made me feel a lot better. Thanks, Alex. My replacement hoodie is arriving this week. Hell yes. Yeah, we had a little problem with two people's hoodies. And let's just say that I pushed for a replacement and a refund from the brand because it was unacceptable. I have a 5-year-old and 3-year-old watching with me. They call you Alex Totos. I do have toes. I do have those. Your voice is not fully recovered yet? No. It's because my throat still is a little bit weird. As of last night, actually, it hurts a little bit. But yeah, I definitely feel like I sound a little bit better. But I'm still a little bit stuffy over here, which is why I'm concerned. And now that I have a little tiny itch in the back of my throat, I'm also a little concerned too. I haven't seen them, so it's unconfirmed. For which one are they? Your toes? Or my toes? We don't need to see those. Could have caught something else. I hope not, man. Actually, I can tell you guys this story too. So we went away, like I said, for a few days too, and we went to a little resort, and dude, let me tell you, the flight back was the worst experience I think I've ever had on an airplane. And someone was coughing behind us like crazy. So we were talking, me and my girlfriend were saying that this morning, being like, do you think it was that? And yeah, I'm starting to think it was everyone, dude. And you know what's crazy? I hope I don't get her sick. Everyone's sick. Anywhere we went all week, even going to the grocery store a few days ago, everyone's sick. Everyone's coughing like crazy. So I don't know. Could have gotten it from anywhere, I guess. Lolly, thank you so much for 5 months. Appreciate you. Thank you, Pokey. I hope I sound better. I'm just avoiding people currently. Yeah. That's the thing too, I know life has to move on and you have to do things, but man, it is tough to it's kind of tough to do things. I saw the Carnival T. Have you guys seen that new keyboard from Matrix, the Carnival? Oh my god, it looks so cool. It looks so freaking cool. I don't know if I'm going to review it, but dude, I gotta admit, they did a really good job with that one there. Aesthetically, it's really, really cool looking. Someone tagged me on, I think it was Instagram or Twitter or something, and to show me, and I thought it was awesome. All right, we're gonna look at today's keyboard, the Gehirn60. This is a little project that Bull is vendoring. It's designed by Bayon and Bull. So this is going to be a fun one. It comes in a variety of different ways you can build it. It comes in an MX kit, a Rocca HE keyboard kit, the Dynacap kit, or just bare bones if you want to use your own stuff. Tons of ways you can build this up. Tons of ways. I think we're doing the MX kit today. That's why I lubed MX switches. I hope. But it starts at $225. Let's see. Let me make sure I'm not misquoting this. Yes. Okay. Because sometimes it has the hot swap as the default choice. But it starts at $225, I believe. Or actually, no, we have to choose the plate. Hold on one sec. It starts at $250. $250. And, hold on one second. Make sure... What's the most expensive way I can build this? Hi, Project. Thank you so much for the tier 1. The gambling ages? Yeah, we'll take a look at that too. I think that's what we have today. That's what we're looking at, is the gambling one. I haven't even opened this yet, so... Dynacap is the most expensive? Oh, yes. The Dynacap and the... No, actually, I think the Rocca is the most expensive, isn't it? Or... Hold on a sec. Yeah, I think the Rocca is the most expensive one. Yeah, but it starts... Oh, I mean, technically it starts at $225 for the bare bones, because you just have to pick a plate. But $250 is the starting point, which I think is very
back,
fair.
Baby.
Raucous says $395 for me. Are we sure? Man, there's a lot of options. Holy crap. There are so many things you can build this with. Thank you, Space. Appreciate the tier 1. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, but I heard the Rocket PCBs are actually pretty damn good, so... will I be testing the Zoom 64? Yes, eventually. I was on a flight to Hong Kong somewhere over Alaska. They actually did Is There a Doctor on a Plane deal. I didn't think it was a real thing. What would happen? Did something happen, Jeffrey? But okay, we're going to take a look at the colors now. Let me share my screen here, because there are a lot of colors to go through. Take a look at this. So we have, actually, is this better on this page? What's a better way to show you guys this? We have Mechameleon, which is a Cerakote color shift top case. Cool. We have Meteorite, which, does this have more pictures? It does not. We have Containment, which is, I feel like this is kind of what the green of the Manta was. Maybe a little different. I have to confirm with Bull. We have Anomaly, which is a really cool color. We have a acrylic top and acrylic bottom with the stainless weight. We have this, which is actually really cool. It's the same as Manta? Okay. Thanks, Crumpled. We have this one here, which is actually really cool too. I think this is a very fun color to have. And then we have the Gambling Ages, which comes in a variety of different variances here. Bull actually... not even Bull, but I'll make it very clear too. If you guys don't want to take a gamble on this, like if you guys like the top one but hate the bottom two or vice versa, you're not guaranteed anything. Just don't buy it. I'm gonna just keep it a buck with you. If you guys don't like the variances or the chance to get something you don't want, don't buy it. Just go with one of the other colors if you guys like it. So, with that being said, thanks, man. I appreciate you. Dub. Thanks so much, man. With that being said, it's one of those things where it's cool that you can get so many different variances, and I think there's a lot of joy that can bring. But again, if you get something you don't like, that's part of the game. That's part of the game. So, I think we're doing one of the Gambling Ages one right now. I don't know what we have. I haven't even opened this. Actually, let me see. Did Bolt confirm I'm doing? Yeah, we're doing a Gambling Ages one right now. But yeah, the GV is live until February 15th. Bolt did send this over. It is a sponsored stream, but that's never stopped me from being honest before, as you guys already know. So let's take a look. Let's see what we got. Double Gamba for one build? Well, I don't know if I have new keycaps for this. Alquan, thank you so much for tier 1. Also, King Unk. Damn, King Unk. Let's look at some of the accessories first. We have our daughter board. Ooh, I like these new bags. Very nice. STR machining. Feet and some screws. We have an aluminum plate. I guess we're doing an HHKB variant. And we have our solder PCB, which we'll open up and take a look at afterwards. All right. I like this case. Ooh. So this is one of those Gambling Age finishes? Manu is STR, yes. Evening, love your keyboard content, didn't know you streamed. Cozy to be here. Happy to have you here. Interesting. So this does look a little distressed, which is kind of cool. Let's open this. Oh, you're right. I don't know if I have a 6U spacebar wire. I'll see if I can find you guys one. I'm sure I can find one somewhere. Oh, this is... I like this, actually. That's really... It looks better without the plastic on it. That does look good. Actually, one thing I will maybe suggest... I don't know if this will cost anything to STR or Bull or something here. maybe including a 6U wire in the kit would be very valuable. Damn, I really hope I have a 6U wire. I really do. That does look really good though, huh? Ooh, the texture's so interesting. The texture's like, I mean, it feels like aged metal. 6U included should be a thing just like for Cloud 9. I agree, yeah. I might have to disassemble one of the other keyboards for sure, just to get a 6U wire. It's not flaky. It definitely has some texture to it. Like, even that's really cool. How, like, it's aged on the side over here. Like, it feels... it's like it's worn, you know? Like, it's like something you'd find in, like, an old toolbox, you know? Like, you go to a car mechanic shop and just, like, some random thing they have lying in the corner kind of vibe. Tool mentioned. Will it clear acrylic / ABS yellow over time with keyboards? I mean, I guess the answer is technically sometimes with polycarbonate, for example, it will. I don't know about acrylic, but I've never had any of my plastics like that yellow. But it depends. If you have it in the sun, maybe that'll happen. It's just how you take care of it. I've never had them yellow though, so. Hi, Scotty. What's up, dude? But yeah, here is a close-up of the finish, if you guys want to see. So it kind of looks gritty, but it doesn't feel gritty. Right? Then even here's that bit of a worn piece over here. Cool. I love this, though, because it kind of adds some... Again, you can buy one of the regular versions or an anode version, already, but these ones are really cool.
Have thought. And definitely boneyard on this one, lol.
Damn. We're going to go full gray on this? Loki looks like a Fossil 60? I mean, it's cool. I like this. I like this worn out patina on this. This is nice. What do you guys think? And you know what's crazy, too? There are some other variants that I see that you could potentially get, too, that look just as fun as well. Some of them look a little bit more like Battle Age. Some of them look a little bit more like this, which is a bit more of like a worn, a little bit less worn. So, what switches are we using? On our first stream back in a week and a bit, we got to use these. We gotta. All right, Adam. You know what? All right. Isn't this the first custom keyboard that's HE? No, there's lots of HE custom keyboards at this point here. Is it one that sells in a nice kit like this? Yeah. Not the first, though, but there are plenty. Who's the vendors? Well, Bull's going to be one of the vendors for America here, but let me tell you guys all the other vendors as well. 1 second. So we have Bull for North America. Europe, we have Delta Keyco. China will be VTX. Keebs and Cable will be Australia. Prototypist for UK, Pantheon for Southeast Asia, Canada will be Kibei Tech, Korea is Geon, Japan is Yushikobo, and then Thailand is Agleton Studio. Pantheon mentioned my goat. Yeah, all great vendors. All pretty good vendors. Give me like a second here so I can go find a 6U wire. Bull, do I have to build this? I guess I have to build this with a 6U, right? There's no way around it? Oh, jeez. Okay. Wish me good luck, guys. I don't know if I could possibly steal this out of the cloud. I guess that's like the... It's 6U only? Shoot. Alright. Give me a moment. See what I got here. Trying to choose between this and the Mechameleon. Alex, any chance you are posting this on the tube? I need to hear out. Or yeah, it's gonna be on YouTube as well. It will be, my friend. Cut and bend to 7 you? Oh boy. I don't know about that. I don't know about that one. Did I solder my Cloud9? 1 second. Let's see. If I didn't, it might be easier to grab this. I can just quickly take apart the Cloud9. I don't think I have any 6U wires. So nice. Okay,
not watching Alex stream for 9 days is like not seeing my wife for 5 years. Welcome back, dude.
Thank you. Appreciate you, chum. The Cloud9 came with 2 6U wires. I think I used it for another build. Like, I used all the parts it came with, so... give me a moment. Let me just quickly get at the 6U wire here. 1 sec, everybody. I guess I'll just steal the stabilizers. Instead of lubing stabs today, we'll just steal the stabs out of this guy. This shouldn't take too long to disassemble. So just give me a moment, please. So nice.
Guys, please don't buy Gamba. Manu get nervous.
I've already said my piece on buying the Gamba. If you guys don't want variants, don't buy it, please. Gamba and stealing. I know, first stream back, and look what we're doing. Look what we're doing. Unbelievable. What would you say the best switch for gaming on Gehirn60 HEV2 is? I don't think there's like a best switch for gaming. I feel like it's just whatever you're comfortable with. Everyone has different preferences when it comes to these kind of things, you know? So it really just depends on what you want. You know what though? Maybe this is a good opportunity to rebuild my Cloud9 for a bit. In a bit, rather. Maybe that could be quite fun. I can do it in the future, perhaps. I did not see that Clever's adding MX to the Lila. That's going to be fun. That's a good-looking keyboard. You know what? Let me just grab like a little box to put everything in, because I'm too lazy to go find where this WAP box is. 1 second, everybody. If people buy this and complain, I swear menus gonna blow up our SDR. Well, I hope no one buys this with the intention of like wanting a particular. Well, it's just this particular colorway. It's randomized. I don't know. I don't really have like a good way to put this. But like again, if you're not into the randomized colors, then just don't get them. Actually, I might actually just use this set for this today. Only because I'm at a lack of 6U spacebars. I don't have a whole hell of a lot. So maybe this is what we end up using today. Cannibalizing? Maybe. Sorry guys, I'm still a little sick. Just a little bit. Slowly getting over it. I'm pretty sold on it. My paycheck hasn't come. Can't come any sooner. Oh, this board. Has anyone built it with Milky Yellows yet? Gambling ages guarantee yellow be fine or be fire. That would be cool. That would be very cool. Any keycaps recommendations for Evo 80 in Sand Gold or in Sand Gold? Oh, Dune would be cool, but I mean, if you're willing to. I don't know exactly the sand gold color, but you could do something like a very dark keycap set to kind of contrast if it's a lighter color. 2U backspace on HKB is diabolical. It's preference. all preference. Good evening, Mr. Toes. Hi, Omega. How you guys doing? The preference is incorrect. It's a sin. Okay, you know what this? You know what? It's almost champagne. Oh, dude, if it's champagne, I hate to be the boring guy here. I've always thought a nice champagne keyboard looks fantastic with just a black keycap set. It lets the keyboard like just do its thing and look good. Or Shawshin. Shawshin with champagne is actually kind of a heat choice as well. I really like Shawshin too. Did you eat any good food on your break? I wouldn't say anything out of the ordinary. I'm still getting over whatever this sickness thing is. So, nothing too crazy. Yeah, I can't say I did. It was just a lot of like regular. Honestly, guys, gotta be real. My taste hasn't completely like because I'm so stuffed up. My taste isn't 100% there. So usually when I'm eating, it's just it's just one of those things where I'm just kind of like struggling. The sickle ear joke survived this week off. Pro is COVID. I don't know what I have, man. I'm real tired of it though. Are you still using the heck out of sloth? Dude, absolutely, all the time. It's gotten to a point where we use sloth so much that I had to say, let's take a break from using sloth. It's one of those things. The sickle ear joke though is funny because truly it's been like that. Truly it's been like that, dude. Kind of everything about HHKB layout is an improvement over standard to me, so it feels weird that people use something else, to be honest. Well, it's preference. Please get a better switch puller. You don't like this one? What's wrong with this one? So what, okay, Pub, what would it make, what makes you say it's like an improvement? I have this one. Wait, where's my Razer one? I have one that says Razer on it. You guys don't like this? Look how beautiful this is. I drank matcha. Let's hope it wakes me up. Are you guys fans of matcha? I'm meh on matcha personally. I've always been rather meh on it. Recently just got into the hobby, and it's not the easiest to pick up. Not a lot of choices to order from Russia. Just wanted to say thank you for your amazing job and positive vibes. Thank you, Jazzy, and I hope you find more parts and stuff. I know sometimes it can be a little bit difficult. Sometimes it's very tough to find. Chai is love. Matcha literally the excess waste from green tea. It's basically earthy water. Real ones drink green tea. Honestly, man, I've had so much tea over the last few weeks. I'm kind of sick of tea. Do you anticipate general preferences changing to value sound signatures that are not just only clacky? Well, okay, realistically, I think that's already a thing. I think it's easy to, in a bubble, because we're on my stream, where it's, you know, the keyboard being built is to my preference. We see a lot of builds that, you know, that I like, or that kind of suits my sound preference, I guess.
Woo.
Thank you, Gavit. But dude, there are so many foamy builds. There are so many like very sharp builds. There are so many other sound signatures. I mean, even myself, at one point, I really liked the foamy sound signature. That's all I was building. There was one point where I liked tactiles. I'm kind of getting back into tactiles. I think the Gehirn Type Rs might be one of my favorite switches of the last year, and I'm really liking those HMX Hydra switches too. So, you know, it depends. Sometimes people like really, Quins are really nice too. Some people really like scratchy switches. Some people really like very smooth switches. So it really depends. Even like the Topper stuff now. The Topper stuff is very like deeper and, so you know, not clacky at all. I've been really into that as well. So again, I really don't think it's so much like the hobby is going to trend one way. I think we're kind of in a bubble because we're on my stream. I think there are so many sound signatures that are popular that if you liked a certain sound signature, you can find content for it and stuff. I know with me, I try to like showcase as much as I possibly can, but I mean, ultimately, it's still like, I still build stuff to my preference. What happened to you? www. Sorry. Oh, you're all good, bro. Thank you so much for the sub. I appreciate you, man. I mean, dude, I've always loved silent switches. There's just not a lot of stuff I can showcase for silent switches because it's silent, you know? So it's not as fun to show off that. Do Dynacaps have a certain sound? I mean, I wouldn't say it's any different than some of the stuff that you get from Topra in general. Topra. MK, thank you so much for using your Prime here. I appreciate you, man. Thank you. Alright, let's take out these stabs. Alex cured me from Thok. So instead of lubing stabs today, we're stealing it from another build because I'm out of 6U wires. Actually, if you guys want to hear me complain about one thing, I ordered a shit ton of 6U wires and also a big batch of lube from, where was it? I don't remember which shop it was. It wasn't one of the vendors that we normally use. I just got it because a friend recommended me. It's still in transit. It's been like a month and a half because they used the slowest transit possible. So I don't know where any of, like, it was like a big thing. It was from China, yeah. But it was a big thing of 205 and a big thing of 6U wires. I think I ordered it beginning of December. Still hasn't arrived. Why not take a 6.25U wire and clip 0.25 off? Yeah, someone should make a kit where it's like if you want to recycle your old stabilizer wires to make them smaller, you insert it into this kit. And that's what it does. That'd be smart. I like that idea. All right. This is the Gambling Ages colorway, or a variation of it. Alright, now we can start our build. Let's put on feet. Actually, I was only able to grab this board on Saturday as well, because it came in recently. Bull wire clipper when? Yeah, Bull. We need a wire conversion kit. What? Have you tried the plastic wire stabs? What are those? Just get wires that can extend and retract? That sounds so silly. Can we get some feet pics? Huh? I'll say someone who doesn't really love clack and is a big foam enjoyer. I really like the sound differences I hear from your vids. Thanks, Ark. Some people say they hear no sound differences, but I feel like we build a variety of stuff. Alright. Maze plastic wires. Oh. They didn't go into production? Interesting. Yeah, I prefer my Bluetooth stab wires. They're wireless, and they take a battery and it lasts 4 years. You guys heard about those? It's really nice, to be honest. I have so much content planned, but so much content. So I'll get to it all in the next like month. But I have a lot of like recommendations for the year and best ofs and stuff like that. So here is our beautiful red PCB. Look at that. Wireless stab wires? Yeah, wireless. It's all machine powered, you know? Red PCB? Also, is this just a really large... Am I going crazy or is this 7U? No. Is that 7U? That looks bigger than 7U. Maybe it is 7U. Bro, breaking the PCB? Yeah, we gotta break the PCB. You're 7U? These stabs? Let's see. Screw-ins. Oh, interesting. I have not seen these yet. Interesting. I'll have to ask eBay for a set so I can test them. Plastic wires. I mean, I don't know what to think about that because I've never used it. All right. So, compatibility-wise, we have lots. It's a solder PCB. You can do a bunch on this. Although, I am surprised there's no, I mean, I don't know, does Gondo usually put little, like, 7U, like, little labels? It is a Gondo PCB, which is always amazing. We do love Gondo. Gondo's PCBs are very high quality. Very nice. Very, very nice PCB. What is the quote on this PCB? I was looking for that. I don't see one. Gondo. What the hell? Where's the quote? Usually Gondo puts random stuff on the PCB to make me laugh, but he didn't. There's no quote on this PCB. It's right there. It just says designed. Damn it. No quotes, shake my head. Is this even worth a purchase anymore? Refunding now? Do you get a white PCB for the PC top case? Ooh, I don't know the answer to that one there. You would have to ask Bull, but I'm sure all these PCBs are probably going to be the same. Alright, let's put the stabs in. Steve. So nice.
Damn,
Thanks, man.
I'm late to the stream. Hope
You're
everyone
good,
is doing
bro.
fine.
I hope everyone's doing good. I hope so. It would make me sad if people aren't doing well this week. I'm guessing they're doing split backspace, or else you guys will cancel me. I think he put a quote on the production PCBs. Oh, is this considered a prototype? Okay, so it'll be a secret, guys. It'll be a secret. I guess this is not the production PCB then. Bull even posted pics and there's no red visible, so I'm guessing there's a different color for the PC. Bull, is this going to be the final color for the PCB as well? I'm not too sure about that, so we'll have to get confirmation from Bull. Although, I personally don't mind if it's a red PCB and an acrylic case, but I can see some people being like, oh yeah, I'd like a different color to peek through. Hi Fried, how you doing, man? Alright, let's get our plate here. Ooh, interesting. The spacebar area is so interesting here. Look at that. Very cool. So we have some little relief points on the mounting areas. This should sound interesting, because it's not really attached to the bottom here, so this could be quite isolated in its own way. Cool. Let's start putting this together, shall we? Alex, do full backspace. Stand your ground, don't let Adam bully you. Honestly, it's true, I shouldn't, right? So true. I do miss low contrast of old Fuji camera. Do you? Oh yeah, I was lubing 2 batches of switches and I left these in here. Hold on. I don't know. I think as much as I love the Fuji colors for stream, the idea that I had that my cameras were dying like every year almost, it feels, was a big turnoff. So I'm gonna be real with you guys. I can't really replicate the colors like the Fuji had. Like this is the Fuji on this camera here, which kind of has its own look. But yeah, it was just becoming a bit of a nuisance. Like it was kind of draining having to like worry about the camera so often, you know? Yeah, my camera oil. So I do plan on picking up a second Sony camera to balance everything all out. I'm just waiting because it is costly. So, I don't know. A better muffler? Is that what it needs? The cameras are too expensive for how much they be dying and giving headaches. Yeah, it's and in Fuji stuff too. It's just like, I hate to get into this rant, but Fuji stuff is just, it's pricey, man. It's pricey. Actually, a friend of mine was showing me some photos he took with his Ricoh GR4. Oh, by the way, the GR4 and GR3 Ricoh cameras feel exactly the same, my friend was telling me, but he got a Ricoh GR4, and man, every time someone shows me pictures of the Ricoh cameras, I start to get a little bit of regret, because I sold my Ricoh camera. I had a GR3, and now I really, really want to get another Ricoh camera. I want to like ditch all the Fuji stuff and just go back to having that one tiny little Ricoh camera and call it a day. I'm using Milky Yellows today. I did these with GS1 lubricant, and then I used Duroc films, and then some Kaidi springs. Is Leica worth the price? No. Keep it a buck. It's not worth the price tag. If you're a collector and you like the idea of having to shoot with a Leica, then sure, maybe it has some value to you. But like, honestly, it's not really worth the price tag. There are better cameras for like better values, you could say. It's a collector's camera. If you're into cameras, that's when you'd buy it. Did they send any different plates? No, we only got the one today. So technically this version with the aluminum plate, how much would this be? Let's see, gambling ages with the aluminum plate. So this would be $275. Yeah, okay, $275 for this. I do like the fact that the solder and hot swap PCB are exactly the same price. That's pretty nice. No extra charge for the hot swap sockets. Actually a good deal? Yeah, I'd say so. I would definitely say so. Pocketable cameras take much better photos in my experience. Yeah, this is solder. Dude, I'm with you on that. Little side note. Okay. I bring my camera around a lot. I do find though, if I'm able to store my camera in like a satchel or my pocket, I tend to want to take my camera out more and take photos. If I bring, even honestly, even if I bring my Leica around, even if I use the smallest lens I have for it, I don't put it in like a satchel. I just kind of have it around my neck. During like winter or stuff where I just don't feel like having like a strap around my neck, I don't bring out the camera. But if I can stuff it in my pocket, dude, absolutely. Because I usually carry one of those like little satchels with me anyways. But yeah, that's what I'm kind of noticing is like I do take more photos in certain situations when I can just pocket the camera. And even the Fuji camera is a little too big to pocket. But with the Ricoh, you could literally put that in even a pant pocket. Maybe not like jeans. Well, maybe it could be jeans. But man, it is so handy to have just a super pocketable camera. For me though, it's hard to compromise on quality. Well, dude, that's the Ricoh. I'm telling you, the Ricoh, you're not compromising. That's the beautiful thing about that camera. You are not compromising on quality. I wish there was room to have... Included titanium screws with eye holes somewhere on the case, like the Gehirn TKL. Oh, I know what you mean. I mean, this uses the Bion bolts, so I don't really think this would have that. We can go over some of the aesthetics afterwards here. There's that one Leica pocket camera that takes insane photos, but it's slow. Are you talking about like the Deluxe? Hi, Sondorka. How you doing, man? Sorry, guys. I'm still a little coffee, but it's okay. We're gonna go out on the up and up. On the up and up, I hope. Dude, I didn't get to enjoy my coffee this morning. I might make another cup afterwards. Maybe. Perhaps. Going to Utah for hiking and have an XT4. Any lenses you'd recommend? Dude, I would wholeheartedly. It's not the best. Where is it now? It's not the best lens in the world, but it's cheap. Okay. This lens. It's one of my dead cameras, but it's a TT Artisan lens. Normally, I don't really care for them, and I think they're kind of whatever lenses. But this one particular lens is actually super, super fun to use. It's a 27mm 2.8, so it kind of mimics what you get on like the Fuji X100 to a degree. Sort of, not really. And it doesn't cost much. I think that's like $150. But it takes some pretty interesting photos. I do find if you're going to go hiking... So when I went to Banff a few years ago and we went hiking, I brought two lenses, a 75 and a wide angle. Or no, it was a 75 and a 35. Thinking I'd use the 75, I never touched the 75. I mainly just used the 35mm. And I wish I had even had something wider. So I would say minimum go with like a 35mm. Maybe even wider, which is what I recommend. But yeah, I wouldn't break the bank when spending money on a new lens for it. Alright, time to solder. Actually, to go through this one more time here, just the keyboard itself and the aesthetics, we have the Bion bolts, so it's 4 screws that are angled to access the keyboard here. They do use a torque spit, which is nice. And then we have a stainless weight on the inside. The daughter board will sit over here and then run the cable through this way, which is fun. This is going to be a little bit inset over here just so you can put in different PCBs. And then we have the bottom of the keyboard, which has that weight that we've seen. We've seen this particular one on the TKL. This little logo thing is alien. Really fun though. Very xenomorph, or what is it called? What are those? What is the alien called again? What's the actual name for it? Very alien inspired. And then we have Gehirn in the back. A little bit of a recessed USB-C. It's xenomorph, right? By the way, is there going to be an Alien Earth Season 2? Did they say they were going to do that? Did they save production costs by using the same weight again? Oh, I don't think so. I don't think that's going to be any... I don't think there's going to be any savings there, per se. Alright, let's start soldering this in. I think the release version of the Gambling Ages is supposed to have a different weight on the back. I don't think so, but... Bull, can you confirm? Or Manu, can you confirm? I'm not 100% positive, though. Let me triple check here. It's on the Notions. Oh, is it supposed to be like the worn out ones? The raw weights. Okay. So yeah, okay, I'm looking at a photo right now of it. It's supposed to be a bit more raw. But this one here isn't. Which would make sense. It would make sense. You guys are correct on that. It's in the bottom of the colors. Yeah, I'm looking at it right now. Scrolling down. I'm very curious about the TT Artisan 27mm now. It's been a pretty fire lens. The only reason I'm not even... By the way, I'm going to be selling a shit ton of my camera gear. I'm keeping that 27mm lens, and I'm going to sell the Fuji lens. Just because, honestly, I kind of prefer the TT Artisan lens. It has like a weird like character to how it takes the photos. Not weird. It's just nicer. I don't know why. All right, let me grab all this stuff. We're going to start soldering here. Yeah, you know what I would do too? I ordered mine on Amazon. And then I told myself if I didn't like it, I would just return it. And I ended up liking it. So, what lens do you use for keyboard posts? I use a Hasselblad camera with a 90mm medium format lens. I forget the equivalent to what that would be, full frame or even crop sensor. Let's try on this. Are there imperfections to the touch, or is it smooth? I wouldn't say... I don't know how to properly describe this. I wouldn't say I feel any imperfections. In fact, it feels rather smooth on this particular version. But in a way, like if I feel ano, it feels finished. Like it feels like high quality anodized, finishing. This kind of feels like a little bit... It's smooth, but also... fuck, I don't know how to describe this properly, guys. Like, it has a bit of roughness at the same time. I don't know a great way to describe this. It just kind of feels like if you were to pick up, like, an old piece of metal from, like, a shop that you go to. I mean, it's kind of matte finished for sure. But I don't know if that's the best way to describe it. Because I felt matte finishes that were also really smooth feeling too, right? Like this particular one has this kind of like old metal kind of feel to it, which I kind of really like. There's no pitting. There's nothing like that. There's no pitting at all. In fact, here, let me see if I can really zoom into this. I don't think you guys will be able to see any pitting on this. It does look like it's speckled and worn, but it's not actually something that you can feel with your fingers. So, and I'm pretty sure this is done in a way where it's done with some sort of like chemical or something. So it's not going to be actual like hammer finishing or that kind of pitting. See that? Again, you can see, like, here's a good example of like some variances with how it got worn here. Yeah, kind of galvanized maybe a little bit. We want to go even closer here. So, I don't know, it's really cool. I love the way it feels. It feels worn, like it feels old. I love it. And again, if that's not your vibe, then there's other versions you can pick up. Do you feel the spirit of Gambo with this? I am not a gambling guy. I'll tell you guys right this instant. I am not someone who gives a shit about gambling. So for me, if I gamble, like, actually, I don't even know how to describe this too. No, let me get my solder. I am not really a gambling person though. So I would probably never pick up something where I have the chance to get something I don't want. But everyone's different. Like, if I like the odds of everything that I see, then yeah, I might pick something up, but... okay. I guess I have to use this solder still. I thought I had another roll somewhere. Bro identifying with this board saying it feels old is crazy? When did I say I identified with it? That's crazy, ain't it? That's crazy, dude. Oh, I bent the pen here. Let's fix that. This Annette guy just loves to hate me, bro. Used to work at a casino. Gambling ain't it. I don't know. I'm not into it. I've built with a Venom PCB a few times now, yes. Let me tell you guys a story, okay? Let me tell you guys a really, really sad story one time, right? So, I don't know if this is deserving of sad music, but basically one time when I was much younger, I think I was in my early 20s, I wanted to take my mom out to the casino, and I was like, I'm gonna give everyone, give her $50. I'm gonna use $50. We'll gamble. I went to the slot machines. This is the first and last time I've ever gambled. Okay, went to the slot machines. I put in, it was like $2 or $3. I remember I was playing. It was a slot machine based off of Plants vs Zombies. I'll never forget. Did the first pull, nothing. Did it again. Second pull, nothing. I was on that machine for maybe 10 minutes and $50 disappeared. And I remember thinking to myself, I could have bought a whole video game for $50. Why the fuck am I here? And I've never gambled since. Like, I just literally played $50 worth of coins, basically, on a stupid slot machine when I could have gotten a video game. And I've just never gambled since. It was dumb. It was the dumbest thing I've ever done. So, yeah, that you passed. I just never wanted to do it again. $50 was my number 2. Dude, it's crazy. Because she wanted to go. That's why I took her, because she wanted to go. She had fun, though. I did not have fun. It was so boring. Dude, I tell you guys, I was there for 10 fucking minutes, and I used all my $50. And then the rest of the time was just watching my mom play, or like hanging around, which was also boring, because it's not like people are mingling. Everyone's just fucking gambling. So, so boring, dude. Spending $50 as a kid on a slot machine and thinking I could have been SSX tricky on PS2, I want it. Gambling, terrible waste. It's fun while you're winning. Well, even... Not that I've ever won, because I've only ever been to that one time. Even if I had won, I don't think that would have changed my thought process. I've just never been a big fan of, like, risk like that. I don't like it. It makes me feel weird. I don't recommend it. I've seen what it does to people as well. And I feel like there are better and more healthier ways to get the kick of gambling without actually having to spend tons of money. Or any money. So... Man, it feels good to solder. Oh, I'm really happy there's a solder PCB for this. Blind boxes? Blind boxes, I feel like, are another thing where it's peak consumerism. I personally am not a huge fan of buying or doing anything with blind boxes, especially for like toys. If it's kind of like this, where you're getting different colorways of the product that you're going to buy anyways, then sure, that's fine. But like collectible stuff, not really. I think collectibles in general are also a tough sell for me. Yeah, I think Pokemon cards are gambling. But I mean, I think with Pokemon cards, if you're playing the game, like if you're playing the game of Pokemon, at least if you buy a pack or two, like there's ways to play. But if you're just buying Pokemon cards for the sake of getting a fucking hit, and that's your dopamine right there, then I think that's where it becomes like a bigger problem. However, I do feel in general Pokemon cards are, and just cards in general, are a light form of getting kids into it for sure. Not that kids are even buying Pokemon cards. Not that kids are even able to do that anymore anyways. Thanks to all those fucking scumlord flippers who just buy Pokemon cards to resell. Not that kids are even playing it, bro. You know what's serious when he used to turn the fume extractor off? It's just, dude, I thought about it and I'm like, wait, kids aren't even buying this anymore because I wanted to buy a pack for my nephew and I couldn't even buy a fucking pack for my nephew. Pokemon is at the stage where it's almost entirely propped up by disgusting nostalgia, man. No, it's not even propped up by nostalgia. It's propped up by people who need to... Fuck, I'm gonna sound so mean saying this, but fuck it, bro. Honestly, fuck it. It's propped up by people with very low skill sets of the only thing they're able to do is buy something and then resell it. The lowest of all the skill sets. Of making everyone else's life more fucking difficult. Alright? Facts. It's the truth. I've said this before. That's why I'm not like too hurt by saying this. My brother both collects and plays. Yeah, my brother collects and plays too. Dude, I would love to collect and play again. But can't. Sour Alex? Is it sour? I don't even know. They really strip the enjoyment out of card games. What do you mean you open a card to put it in a plastic box? Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I have a different mindset when it comes to, like, anything. Anything I buy needs to get used. If it sits on a shelf, then what the fuck am I doing with it? Collectibles, to me, are a very tough sell. I'm not a collectible kind of guy. I need to use the thing I'm using. Dude, I heard Yu-Gi-Oh! Is kind of in a bad spot right now. My brother was telling me Yu-Gi-Oh! Is in like this spot right now where the meta for the game is boring as fuck. Dude, I loved Yu-Gi-Oh! At one point, man. That was my game, bro. I remember when the cards first came out, people were putting them in binders back then too. I mean, okay, I think a lot of my cards ended up in binders. But then when I wanted to play them, I'd take them out of the binder. That's why they're all heavily used. So I keep them in the binder for safekeeping and easier access instead of having to like go one by one by one by one. Have you tried to unmilmax a PCB? I have. It's a tedious process, but you can do it. Yeah, you make a deck, then store the rest, then rinse, repeat. Yeah, exactly. But yeah, I've seen a few videos now where people are like robbing stores to get Pokemon cards, and then people are like doing all this other degen behavior to get Pokemon cards. Absolutely crazy to me, dude.
I opened an $80 card this weekend for the new Magic the Gathering set release Alexotos Big Pog. Dude,
I actually love when I played Magic. I'm kind of bummed that I never really took it to the next level of playing Magic the Gathering. But I feel like that was one of the few card games where I felt like it was just really fun to play the game. I didn't really care too much for the cards themselves, if I'm being real, though. I didn't really like the art of the cards. But the game was impressive. I loved Magic the Gathering, dude. Magic the Gathering is and will always be the best overall CCG. It's fun as fuck, dude. I got rid of all my cards. I stopped playing it after a while, and like I said, I don't really like when things collect dust, so I got rid of them all, but... I really enjoyed playing that. I like playing those ones where you break a box and you play with the box that you break. I forget what that's called. We did it like once or twice with my group of friends. And my god, that was really fun. And like you play with the box that you break. Wait, what is it called again? Do you have a favorite keyboard of all time? The OG tofu. It's what got me into the game, you know what I'm saying? I think it's called a draft, yeah, something like a draft. It's called a sealed event or a draft? Okay, yeah. And that's the one we used to play when we had a few extra bucks to throw at a big pack. Man, that was fun. Sealed deck is where you make a 40-card deck out of what you open in 6 packs plus adding extra lands. Commander's the other one. Oh, I played the Commander one. That was fun, too. Yeah, I really like playing Magic the Gathering. Do you do commissions for keyboard repairs? Have a soldered board for whatever reason, 2 rows on the bottom doesn't work. GG. I can offer repairs. However, there is a limit on what I can do. For example, having 2 rows on the bottom that don't work probably is not something I can truly fix. Depending, again, on what it is. They could just be dead switches, but it sounds like a bigger problem with the PCB. What I could offer, which a lot of people end up liking, is I can just disassemble the board
back,
down.
Smile.
Thank you. Appreciate you, Zeal. Love you, buddy. And at least you get to harvest your switches out of it. But I can just do like a straight desolder. And that way there, at least you save some switches and maybe stabilizers for next time. Yeah, 2 rows seems like it's a... that might sound like it's a bit of a beyond what I can repair. Perhaps. I would love to send you some PCBs to desolder for me. Scotty, absolutely, man. My turnaround time on desoldering is pretty quick. Just send in a form and I can give you a quote. Sounds scuffed? Yeah, it might be a bit too scuffed. Funny story about Milmaxing. I drilled out my Neo 65 CU soldered PCB and added sockets. Worked mostly one column one column is no iffy. Do not recommend. Wait, what happened? One column just straight didn't work? Okay, gotcha. Thank you for the suggestion. That might be the route to go. Yeah, unfortunately, if it was like 1 or 2 switches, I'd say easily we can fix that. But 2 rows might be a bigger problem with the PCB. Two rows is a little too much. I just soldered a build for plateless and I'm considering desoldering it. Just so loud and used to stiffer mounts. Oh, is it also like too bouncy for you, Alaska? I'm surprised about the loudness though from a plateless build. Usually that's a little bit less loud than something like an aluminum plate. And Broke calls himself a keyboarder. Damn. What do I use to desolder? Pokey, I use the Hako... What is it called? Like the FR3 something? It's the desoldering gun from Hako. Actually, I recently had to do like a big cleanup of my desoldering gun. My god, it works like brand new now. Thanks to Squirrely and Crumpled in chat who helped me with that. The goats. 301, yeah, I think that's the one. Sounds right. Did you see Bull hitting a screw in a hole like a projectile? What? What happened? How'd I clean it? Oh, dude. Basically, I had to unscrew a bunch of stuff and, like, clean, like, a certain membrane thing, and then... Basically, I had to, like... fully tear it down and get rid of some excess solder that was stuck on the nozzle area. And then I also bought myself a new canister thing for the inside part goes. It works brand new now for like a $10 fix basically. PCB holder. I need something to hold up PCBs on Milmax. I think it's called helping hands. I don't know if that would help, but I think they're called helping hands for soldering stuff. Although I don't know if that would work for desoldering, or I guess what you're trying to do. What's this?
I'm about to just use this with 3 screws, I think. I have skill issue.
Wait, what? Bro hits the screw like a projectile? I'm confused. What am I looking at, Annette? Hold on. I can't focus with this thing going. Put it on screen?
Holy cow. I'm about to just use this with 3 screws, I think.
What am I looking at? What is Bull doing? It looks like he's just struggling with a screw like I do.
Holy cow. I'm about to just use this with 3 screws, I think. Because I have skill issue. There we go.
And look, and it's the one who talked in the chat too. Did you hit that screw on the hole like a projectile? Bro, and it is... This guy's... The part where it squeezes out, I don't know. You were looking away when he did it? Shake my head? Oh my, I'll watch it later and try to decipher what Annette's talking about, dude. I'll try to decipher what Annette's talking about later, bro. This Annette guy. Between full milky and milky top and full nylon, how would you describe the sound differences between, or to the new people in the hobby, between these Gehirn switches? I like how you had to throw the word in old Gehirn switches. Honestly, the black bottom Gehirn milky yellows I've found to be a little bit more high pitch than the full milky ones. Although, I don't know, is there a difference between material between the full milky and the milky tops and black bottoms? I'm not 100% positive. Yes. You can just put it in the notes if anything, Scotty. Can we take his VIP away for that clip? Seriously. Let me wash my hands really quick. I'm excited to put this together. I wonder how this is going to sound. All right, let's take this keyboard case apart now. Ooh. Have to admit, the finish on this is really growing on me. Really, really growing on me right now. You have to get it clean to get dirty? Excuse me? Are these magnetic? Any way we can get magnetic screws for the final case? I watched Annette's clip like 3 times yesterday and never understood it. Magnetic screws and HE may pose a challenge. You guys think the magnetic screws would, on the side of the case like this, would affect it? I don't know. I don't know if it would. You'd be surprised? Fair, I guess. Here is the inside. We have a little bit of these alignment pins or tabs over here, these little black circles. Bull gripped the screw with his tweezers and it shot out into the DB screw hole. Oh, I've had that happen too, then. If that's what it was, then yeah, I've had that happen. Just don't use HE switches. Easy. Yeah, there you guys go. Wait, I don't think I need to unscrew these 3. I think it's just these 2 I need to unscrew. Hi, Logan. How you doing, man? Oh, no, I guess we do have to unscrew them all. Does that make the back piece come off too? I guess not. All right. Oh, there's 2 more screws for the back piece. Cool. Damn, this is a long USB-C or USB daughter board area. I kind of vibe with it. Let's see if I struggle with this just as Bull did. Let's see. I hope I don't. I hope I don't. Oh, is this the wrong bit for this? I think so. 1 second. This bit. Longest JST ever? I'm not even mad about it personally.
So nice.
Long boy
Thank you,
daughter
Flying.
board cable, holy alexot love.
Long boy daughter board cable. How you doing, Flying? Oh, I just struggled with one here. Okay, first one I've struggled with. That's where I feel like the magnetic screws would help with, is these like little daughter board ones. If I had to like slightly criticize something here, which is not a deal breaker at the end of the day, but it definitely would help. At least for these. You get the schedule ready for next week? I think did I post 2 weeks worth of schedules? I think I did, right? Pretty sure I did. Gehirn had an issue at first when screwing his weight too tight, causing ping. Like this weight or the internal weight? Internal weight. Interesting. I will keep an eye open for that. Alright. Got it in. You definitely need to use tweezers for this. Definitely need to. You're the one causing ping in my heart? Damn. Hi, Turtle. How you doing? Yeah, it has been. It feels like it's been a long time. Why is the JST so small? Small? Ooh. Small? Excuse me? You forgot 2 screws? Did I? Got the flu? Yeah, we're all getting a little sick. Check DM for case screws. Let me see. Okay, so put in a little diagonal. Okay, so little prototype thing that's gonna get revised or has been already revised with the plate. Gotcha, Bull, gotcha. You know what I feel like would probably help this, if I had to give another suggestion, if these screws are causing ping? Probably just putting a piece of force brake tape underneath. I feel like that's kind of like if I mean, that could also just be because it's very flat, sitting on a piece of very flat metal. Could just need to use some sort of like force brake material in between. Can't put the case screws in after the plate is installed. Okay.
So nice.
Gehirn60 arrived 2 days ago. First custom board for me. Any recoms for keycaps? Turbonite colorway. Sloth doesn't fit as well as I thought.
What's the Turbonite again? What's like the overall color scheme of that? Is it like a brown? I can't recall off the top of my head. Alright, let me get the rest of the screws and stuff for this. Where did I put those now? Here it is. Tungstenish. I just use Boneyard. Boneyard would work. It definitely would work. Definitely would. Shoshin would be sick. Dolch would look good on that too, yeah, for sure. Sorry, let me just read this one note by Bull one more time here. I accidentally missed a key screw cutout in the plate, the lower right screw. Oh, okay, so if that's all I need to do... Oh, wait. Oh, I see what you mean, Bull. I see what you mean. Okay. I think that's all I need to do. There's a screw cutout missing on the plate. So I just need to take care of that, which we just did. Okay, well, let me just actually get the right bit here first. These are milky yellows indeed. Gold milky yellows. What budget keyboard kit would you recommend for beginners? Yo, honestly, the tried and true, just get a Tofu. Or actually, nowadays it might be a Tofu or a Neo 65. Or any of the Neo series. The Tofu, legitimately, not a bad choice for people who want something that's going to be, I think, holding up just as well as some of the Neo stuff. I do like the new Tofu a lot. Does G&K Greg still piss you off? It does a little bit. Not as much as it used to, but it still does. Dude, I have to admit, the Tofu 60, to me, the new one, I like more than the Neo CU series. I don't know if that's a hot take or something, but... okay. From a strict value perspective, the Neo 65 Core is winning 100%. The Core series stuff is so good. But I have to admit, the Tofu 65 3.0, I do feel like you can get some more sound profiles out of it.
Hello, Alex.
Than the Core. How you doing, Jishy? Thank you so much for 50 months of being here. But yeah, the Core series is hard to beat from like a dollar perspective. I've been struggling with like which to recommend. Here we go. Got this all screwed in. Damn, this red PCB looks sick in this. Alright. Let's plug this guy in. Hi, Diego. How you doing, man? Hope the holidays went well for you, my friend. Damn, do I have any keycap sets with 6U? Ah, dude, it's all good, man. We have plenty of time, hopefully, to hang out again soon, my friend. Oh, dude, the Agar is also an amazing choice to recommend as well. Wholeheartedly agree. Does it fit the Wooting PCB like the OBJ1? I'm pretty positive that you could probably get it to work if you had some sort of like daughterboard connection cable there, but I don't think so, because I don't think this is offering something like that. So I would probably say no, and the only things you can probably use for HE are the Rocka PCBs. Does top mount lend best for a specific... Oh, is there a USB-C extender add-on? Then there you guys go. Does top mount lend best for a specific sound profile? Usually louder. But I feel like top mount's it can be pretty diverse. Oh. It can be. Does the regular kit have a USB-C, or do you have to get the add-on? This kit didn't have it, so you would probably have to get the add-on, which let me see how much that is really quick. It's $10 for the USB-C connector. $10. That's it. All right. We are good to figure out a keycap set for this. So here is our keyboard now. Now, the tough part. What sets do I have with 6U spacebars that would match this colorway? Do I have a 6U? I don't think I have a 6U dual shot. Let me double check. I'm pretty positive I don't. Dual shot might be fun on this thing. Is this a 6U? I think this might be it. Oh, we could do dual shot if you guys want. Or I actually have this other set that we could do too. I think this is ABS. Although I'm not sure if there's a 6U spacebar in this. I'd have to double check. It's this Swag Keys beige set. I would have to triple check online though right now to see if there's a 6U in the base kit, which I don't think there is, but dual shot? Alright, dual shot it is. We're just doing dual shot today then. Easy pick, easy pick. Let me get the rest of dual shot, one sec. Honestly, not even mad about dual shot. It's a great set. Boneyard would fit the theme? It would, but I don't have a 6U Boneyard spacebar, so unfortunately. There's none in the Swag Keys beige? Well, there we go. Answered for us. Yeah, this will work. Do we do the extra colors or nah? Like, should we do tab being like yellow? What do you guys think? Accents or no? This is like a distressed... I wouldn't say this is aged aluminum. This feels more like distressed aluminum. I think it adds something. Yeah, we'll give it some character. We'll give it some color here. Why not? Let's do it. So nice. Hi, Risky. How you doing? Man, do you guys have any other plans for today? I am probably going to go run a quick errand. Although, I don't even know if I should run the errand. But, dude, I'm going to be honest, guys. I might have to just take a bath or something, because, like, a really hot bath.
So nice.
I don't know
Badge
why.
game
Like,
up.
It's one of those things where I'm like, I wish I just knew what was wrong with me. Hi, Dynamite. How you doing? On stream? Excuse me? Huh? Actually, this works for this. I'm not bad with this pick. I think this looks good. Do I have GMK Beta? No. I need to pick up a few other sets this year. I have some ideas of what I want to buy. You just got your desoldering gun today? Let's go, dude. Did you get it on sale? I heard there was a decent sale for desoldering guns. I'll sub if you do a hot tub stream. Someone want to buy me a hot tub? Bro. Okay. Weird random story because you mentioned hot tubs. I don't know. Okay, for anyone here in Canada or Toronto, we have something called the Exhibition Place, which during the summer you can go and it's like this fair type thing. And in the Exhibition Place, there's this like sub area where you can go and it's like a marketplace. But it's like, dude, it's like the most random stuff you can buy. So in this marketplace, every year they have hot tubs. Dude, this year here, I just wanted to look at the hot tubs because we were bored. And honestly, the exhibition's kind of shit these days. Dude, hot tubs are fucking expensive. Some of those hot tubs were like 30, 40 grand. And I feel like the cheapest one they had there was like $15,000. I always thought they were like a few $1,000s. I always thought, like, obviously I've never looked at one before, so my ignorance was showing there, but holy shit, they're expensive. Is it an investment? I wouldn't even call it an investment. Hot tub prices is preference, actually. Is it? Sounds like a bougie golden bathtub. No, they were like the base models. We even had like an indoor sauna thing that we looked at, and I looked at the price tag and I looked at my girlfriend and I did one of those like let's leave faces, because not that we were gonna buy any, we were just looking for funsies, but I didn't even feel like being harassed, you know. I was like, let's just get out of here before someone harasses us. A basic tub should only be a few $1,000. They were not a few $1,000s. Did you watch the ice skating show when you went? We, what did we do when we went? We got like lunch there at the exhibition during the summer. And then, what else did we do? We went to it was like a free show you can walk in where it was like telling different stories about different cultures, which was really cool. And that's all we did. And we walked around. That was it. Honestly, I don't know if I'd go back to the exhibition this year. Maybe just strictly because like we've been going, we'll make it like a thing. But it's not. Yeah, the interactive one, that's what we did. It's not worth going anymore. It's not the same as it once was. It used to be so much better. And I feel like you could actually go in and have like a good time. But now everything's just like they want to sell you something every corner. So. Oh, the concerts? Yeah, the concerts are fun too. You know what's crazy though? Usually, I don't know if I'm misremembering, but I thought at one point they usually had like the Rib Fest. Dude, I'm a sucker for good ribs. But the last few times we went, we have never caught the Rib Fest stuff. Yeah, dude, the ribs actually sound delicious right now. Ribs sound super good. They are super expensive when you go to those shows, but my god, they're good. Mariana's Trench was there? Damn, that sounds cool as fuck. Ooh. Whose nose is that? This one? It's my nose. Occasional expensive ribs is a worthy investment. Bro, hard agree. Hard agree on that. Dude, I fucking love ribs, man. Ribs are always something that I'll always be game for. As long as they're good ribs. As long as they're good. Oh, I feel like this should be control, right? I'll see if I have one. What's your favorite sauce for them? For ribs? Dude, I kind of go back and forth. I do like a sweet, sticky, like, rib sauce. I feel like that's usually where I'm at. But I feel like it's not so much about the sauce of a rib. For me, it's how you season the ribs. If you get a good seasoned ribs, like, and they're well done like that, then I feel like a variety of sauces work. Like, you don't need to be too particularly picky. Dude, dry rub ribs are good. With a, yeah, I agree. With a nice crunchy bark, as long as they're like not overcooked, they're fire. I'm with you on that, man. I'm with you on that. Super duper with you on that. All right, Alt. And then we need the other alts and a one-use super, which is probably in the other case. All right. Let's see. Dude, I love ribs. Ribs have always been a top-tier choice for me. Always, always, always. This man just never misses with his keycap selection. Thanks, Dictator. Although, I don't know if I have a control that would match this better. I don't think so. For some reason, there's not one in that particular color. Which is a bit of a shame. So we'll just leave the power thing here, I suppose. There should be a Unix control. I don't see one. In the green? I don't see one, guys. There's just a bunch of caps lock. No, it's okay. Yeah, I don't see one, unfortunately, guys. And, oh well. Actually, you know what would be really cool if we did this instead? Let's go pick the... we'll put start on this side. You know what? Screw it. And then let's do another super, which we need to find still. And then I guess I need to find this guy as well. Which, where is that key? Behind the space bars? While we find the last keycap here. Fuck it, let's put function here. Oh wait, no. Do we have one alt? Oh no, super. I'm looking for super. What am I talking about? Super, super, super. Pardonnez-moi, where's my super? But you know what? We're gonna flip it up a little bit here, just because I don't know where it is. I see the step caps though. Oh, no. I meant we need a stepped control. Which I don't know if they make a stepped control. I don't know if that's a thing. Alright. How to best plan to make a custom keyboard work well in macOS. I feel like, I feel isolated in buying PBT fans keycaps. I mean, I use Mac. I'm using Mac right now. And I'll tell you what. It just comes down to muscle memory of... like how I do my layouts is I make this my command key, this is my option key, I think, and I think this is my alt. Oh, it doesn't have one? That's unfortunate. Dude, actually, you know what? Dual shots kind of fire on this, guys. Dual shots kind of fire on this. What do you guys think? Tack, thank you so much for the Prime, man. I appreciate it. Did I plug in the daughter board? I did. Thank you. Here, well, actually, let's show this off one more time here. It looks cool being kind of distressed in some areas. It kind of makes it look like a vintage, like you found this. This is like a found keyboard. Dude, actually, this looks really good like this. I am super happy with dual shot on this. It gives it some color. Would this patina further? I don't think so, but it could. It kind of looks like a relic of some sort, yeah. Like, I would assume so. I don't know if this is clear-coated. Probably not. This doesn't feel like a clear coat on this, so maybe it would patina a bit more. It's clear-coated? Damn. I do not feel that. That's interesting. So, this won't patina anymore, guys. Lick test? I don't know if I want a lick test. Let's do this. Let's type on this now. Alright, I'm very happy with it, with the way this turned out. This looks great. So I think the only thing that I found was a bit odd with the keyboard, like a bit troublesome to use. I would have liked magnetic screws, at least on the daughter board, because I feel like that's the only thing really taking away from this whole build experience. Everything else was totally fine. The colors offered for this board are fantastic. The price for this board is fantastic. The amount of different kits you can get for this board is great. So, gamer anger test. Alex never reads YouTube chat. I do read YouTube chat here and there. Sorry guys, there's just a lot of chats going on. Will there be different finishes in this style? It'll be randomized. So you're not guaranteed to get the one that I have, or maybe this is not aged enough for you guys and you guys want more, but it's random. Which, by the way, if you guys don't like random, honestly guys, don't buy it. Like, don't buy the random one, buy one of the other colors if you guys don't want the chance to get something you don't want. So. Alright. Should we figure out how this sounds now? I already like this with milky yellows. I already can tell ya. Alright, let's see. Milky yellows, aluminum plate, top mount. Really? I love the spacebar on this. I don't think it's flat at all. Loudness-wise, yes, it is a little bit louder than the other keys. I will admit. But it's not flat. I do think it is a little bit louder. Which is, might be, remember that plate? I didn't mil-max this, no. Remember that plate that we had? How it was a bit more isolated here? I think that's contributing to it. And then this is also top mount, so I don't know. I like it. It's a bit jarring in the typing. Do you guys want me to try some different spacebars? I'm down to desolder it really quick. I feel like the slight softness of the milky yellows makes it such a sweet sounding board. I like this in its current configuration. The alphas are very full. Let's do the rest of the mods here before we desolder. Mods are all really good, I'd say. Let me just unplug it right now. It has a nice top mount sound without being like overly resonant in a lot of ways. I think a granite would actually be perfect. The spacebar is a lot louder. Well, here, let's desolder it, and then we'll mil-max it really quick, and then go from there. Hi, 3D. How you doing?
Much love.
No, this is the aged one. A granite spacebar would be good. Let's play around with it. Okay, where are all the mounting points for this? That's a great question, huh? Here's one. Really? I'm like totally fine with the modifiers here.
God damn, dude.
Thank you, Chayo. Appreciate you. Thank you, thank you. I think the plate does a good job of isolating itself just enough so it's not absurdly loud like some plate mount boards. Yeah, I'm on the same boat as you. I actually really like the overall sound signature here. I do think though, yes, if I, which we are, I probably will swap out this spacebar for something else. The alphas are fantastic though. Let's give it a go. Let's do some experimenting. We have lots of time. In another stream I saw aged aluminum shedding a powdery and getting nail marks easily. No. Nothing like that. I mean, a little bit, but you just wipe that off. I feel like it's gonna be any keyboard. But yeah, I just wiped off in 1 second here. So if you do this with your nail, which you can kind of see, it just... But I feel like a lot of keyboards do that. And I don't know why would you do that for. Depends on the light, too. That's your nail coming off? Yeah, I feel like that's just your... That's gonna happen on Alu too, no? Or, sorry, normal Ano too, no? Oh, it wasn't clear-coated. Well, yeah, that might be that might be the reason why. Marv, thank you so much for the tier 1, man.
Marvicius gifted a tier 1 sub to Pellegrini Donato.
Alright, so let's take this off, desolder this spacebar. Move this over, flip this. Screws are
Love your streams.
Thank you, Z-Rick. Appreciate you, man. What was the typing angle? I'll find out here in a second. 1 second, let me just grab my desoldering gun. Let's see. Is this still Bion, or is it like the parallel snake? Well, Bion has a hand in design. Like, it is Bion's design, but it's also co-opted with like Bull. Bull is also working on the design of the board, and you know, I think that in the long run is really good. I'm dreading the price for what for that desoldering gun. I really want one, dude. I hate being that guy, but I feel like with these desoldering guns, you kind of have to buy them early. I feel like they've just gone up in price. I hate saying that because I hate like pushing people to buy things, but it's just one of those things. Can't really have any choice there. This board doesn't need a gasket to isolate the plate and top case. Not every board needs that, but I'm sure if you guys want it to, you guys could just add one of your own. We can see if it sounds a little different if it's force broken. Like, it probably will sound a little bit more, I'd say, clean if you force break it, but I don't think it absolutely needs it. And with force breaking, it's super cheap too to do that. You just need a piece of tape or something. Let's just put that over here. A voltage transformer? Ooh, that's scary sounding. Alright. Let's hit this, turn this back on. And grab 2 Milmax sockets. Which solder do you recommend? Dude, if you can find this, Electrosol 6040, get this one here. I freaking love this solder. Electrosol 6040. It's already force broken by the dots. Not necessarily. It does help with the force break a little bit. But I found with those dots that Bull does, because they slot into this slot right over here, they're not perfect for it. Oh, hope my girlfriend's okay. Just heard something fall. How do you maintain it? After every use, I clean it, basically. What? Gehirn? What happened? What are you guys setting the board for? What am I doing? I need to put Milmax sockets in. All right. Yes, you should clean it when it's a little bit warm. There are some areas you don't want to clean it where it's super warm, though. Is this solder lead-free? No, it's not. I'm actually not huge on lead-free solder. I find that it doesn't really work well for my needs. Lead-free is such a pain. Dude, desoldering lead-free is a humongous pain in the ass. I'm gonna do one thing here quick. Let's grab my switch. Where's my switch? Not this switch. Let's grab a clean switch. Not a milky yellow switch. Have you tried cherry razor orange Frankensteins? Dude, you know what's so weird? I was literally thinking about doing that the other day. So funny that you mentioned that. Because I have a whole bunch of them that I was like, yeah, I should totally do that. What are your thoughts on the Bion bolts? I found it interesting that Nuxross decided to remove them from the Plus 84 because of unwanted ping. Okay. The Bion bolts. Okay. Let me do a quick little... not education thing, but... my findings, and we'll use the Manta as an example of what I mean here. So, some boards... to get a front height or to get the internals the way that you want them will need the hidden screw design. The reason you need that, and to go back to this, is sometimes you can't have the top case hold the screw. It needs to come through the top to the bottom. So there's different design reasons why you do that. Sometimes there are structural changes as well. So for example, in this particular case, I mean, you probably could do a non-hidden screw design, but perhaps it just doesn't work because of the case. I don't know about this particular one, but there are some boards that you need to do like one or the other. If you implement these angled screws, from what I've seen, there are very right ways and very wrong ways to do it. There also needs to be a slight gap between the angled part over here and the angled part over here. It's like a point something millimeter gap. It's not very big. However, if you over tighten your screws or you do this gap wrong or something goes wrong with the machining, you will notice a little bit of ping. In fact, even on the Manta, I was being very critical about the Manta. We did notice that with the angled screws, there was a little bit of like pinging noise to it. That's why Bull and I decided to add little force brake pads that would help close that gap for the angled screws. With that being said, we really couldn't put in the other screws that we wanted to do because of structural reasons and then the fin and all that other jazz. But there are right ways and wrong ways to do it for angled screws. I would say that some angled screws, like there was one board that we did, which was probably the worst implementation, but then it got fixed, was that, the Eden, I think it was? Was it the Eden? The Eden had the angled screws done wrong in a way where it actually bent the top frame outwards because of how much space was in between the angled parts. So, again, I think there's a lot of variance for how you can design this properly or improperly. Luckily, this is one of the boards that's done well, it seems. However, again, like, does it need a force brake? I don't know. We'd have to test. But I don't notice any of the typical noises that we'd get from screwing in the board like that. But yeah, that's the long explanation as to like why some boards opt to not bother. And to be honest with you guys, like, I'm not even a big fan of hidden screws. Even if I had another option for the Manta like right this instant, would I want to do hidden screws? The answer is no. But we kind of had to. It was kind of like a necessary evil to get the board to work properly. If that makes sense. Am I using the wrong bit here? I think I am. Interesting. I hope so. Hope it makes sense. Just like Alex. Unnecessary evil? Am I a necessary evil? Hidden screws were so unnecessary on this design. I do feel like on this particular board, if I had to criticize a design aspect, I would have been totally fine with non-hidden screws. I feel like it would have actually suited the board. But again, I don't know if it was actually necessary for this board to work. Am I getting the itch to design more boards? Yeah, Bull and I already have one in the works right now, so. Uh-oh. Okay. All right. Let's see the granite spacebar now with this. Design indeed, not decide. Oh, yeah. I figured as much. It's okay, I got you, bro. Do you guys feel like that suits it more, or is it now too low of a spacebar? It's definitely not as high pitch. Just wanted to mention the little silicone pegs have cutouts on the top case that are slightly smaller than the peg. This is to act as a force brake by pushing the top case as it counters acts the screws. Okay, so they do, to correct me then, they do act as a small force brake then. Too low pitch? I kind of like the milky yellow more. I don't know, guys. I know. We'll try a cherry. Hold on, we'll try a cherry too. The eyes with the teeth machining would look cool. Wait, what? Oh, do you mean for the old Gehirn? What am I doing? I don't need this. We'll try a cherry here. We'll try something else. I think they're both valid as well. I have no preference. Give me a cherry switch. You know what? We'll try a roller switch too. That could be fun. So this is cherry. You know, there is small variances between all these, but I'm still getting the same vibe. I feel like they all kind of sound same-ish to me, which is honestly not a bad thing. 3 switches sound pretty good. So, the milky yellow I still think suited it the best. Let's try a roller switch. Ooh, the roller switch sounds really good actually. Slightly bassier, I'm noticing. I don't mind the roller switch at all. Not bad. Not bad. Let me see what else I got here. One sec. You can try like an SP star switch. And we'll try a cheese switch too. Why isn't Bion using their social media to post their board designs? I could not answer that. I have no clue. So not as deep. Okay. I would say maybe the SP Star is my least favorite so far. Again, I'm getting like same-ish linear vibes from all of these. Let's try the cheese switch. Bye, Pancake. I like the cheese switch on this too. I can't complain. The cheese switch is nice. Let me try one thing. I want to do one more thing to this, so give me 1 sec, everybody. Overall, I think the board sounds really good. How do you guys feel about it? It has that top mount vibe, which I really, really like. It has I would say, an overall deeper sound signature. It doesn't have a lot of feedback, which you sometimes would get with like an aluminum top mount. So feeling-wise, I would say it's still a stiffer type, but it isolates the PCB pretty well, oddly enough. It might be because of those little relief cuts on the plate tabs there. I want to see something. You prefer the Agar? Well, you don't have to get this in HHKB. Having a gasket mount would have been cool. But I do like the top mount sound. I would say this is not even a very aggressive top mount sound. Believe it or not. It's pretty tame for top mount. Let's see something. I'm not going to plug this in, so just give me 1 sec here, guys. I just wanted to readjust that weight really quick. Top mount's so good. I like the top mount sound. I think it works well here. My only real takeaway from this board that I would like to see changed is, like I said, magnetic screws, at least for the daughter board. Because I feel like I got lucky today. But sometimes I would struggle with those screws. Does this only come in top mount configuration? Yes. Alright. The keycaps on this build are dual shot, which I think look very good on this. Very, very, very nice. Oop, wrong one. I do feel like that actually did change the sound a little bit. Maybe not perceivable on stream, but yeah, I can see what they were talking about the weight on the inside needs to be like properly screwed in. Let me switch back to the milky yellow. I loosened them just ever so slightly. They were already like, I already didn't screw them in very tight, but I just ever so slightly went back a little bit more than I did already. But yeah, I see what the other people were saying by it needs to be slightly backed out a bit. I think the solution there would just to be force breaking it. Did you Spring swap the yellow. Yes, they are 51 gram springs, I believe. 51 or 52. I mean, I'm happy with the sound. I like this a lot. Sounds like pretty solid top mount. Can't complain. The visuals on this board look sweet. Very, very, very cool. I like the finish on this a lot. Again, if you guys are not into some of the other aged finishes, then I would not bother buying the aged version. But very nice. Very, very nice. What do you guys think overall? What's everyone's thought process? Oh, man. Getting the sniffles again right now. We could also... you know what I'm thinking? Should we try to force break this too? Just like further force break it? I'm still not feeling well, no. I like the EC build better than the MX. Really? I need to check out the EC one. I do need to check it out. The finish is fantastic. I agree. The finish is so good. I do want to just check one thing though. An HMX rebuild? We're going to have to desolder it all. Tell you what, if we find some time over the next few days, I'll desolder it and do it. Pretty interesting and affordable, would say. Yes, I do agree on the affordability aspects. I do agree. Let me just try to force break this. I have a weird feeling it will actually brighten up some of the mid sound here. The silicone, as much as I think they're helping here, I do feel like they're maybe just a smidge not enough. What color would you go for? Honestly, I kind of like that teal one, man. I'm not gonna lie, like that teal one it's interesting me, you know? I really do think it's one of the nicer colors. This and teal would be sweet. Alright, let's do just a smidge of force break. Just a tiny little one. Sorry, I have to try. I just want to see what it sounds like. Pastille is why I'm looking at this board? Yeah! Hard to compare because small design boards get the cost as low. Sorry, what's the question here? Trying to figure out what to look for when joining group buys. What makes this worth $450 on the product page? Well, okay, and you specifically said versus like the Neo and stuff. If you are looking at this versus like the Neo and some of the other boards, the Neo has one big thing and its advantage. One big thing, which is the sheer quantity of how much the Neo keyboard can produce. Literally, the sheer amount of quantity of their scaling of their product. Can you try without the force break balls? For me, those are not needed. Just take them out. Are these adhered? Oh no, they're just pushed in. Should I try? You know what, Manu? Let me try this. Let me try 1-in-1. I'll try with the... Actually, let me take off these two stickers for now. We'll try without the balls, and then I'll try with just the regular stickers. I'm curious. But yeah, it's hard to compare versus big brands like Neo, where they're making like 10,000 plus units. So... very, very hard to compare. A little awkward to grab out here. So like a smaller batch board might only make 300 units, right? Sorry guys, I'm gonna trying to talk at the same time here, but I'm also trying to get rid of these little silicone tabs. This one's squished in there good. Got it. Alright. Let's try without this as men, you said? Just lost some of my screws, I think. No! My screw fell out somewhere. It's hiding in the keyboard now. Where'd it go? Where'd you go? It's the same reason a Ferrari costs $250 and a Civic costs $35. I think it's a little different than the car scenario thing there, but along the same lines. Along the same-ish lines. Oh, where'd this one screw go now? It's part of the keyboard now? Yeah, slipped out. Dropped into my unit here. Where did it go? Oh, got it. Hiding underneath the shift. Alright. Let's plug this in, see if it sounds different. Read my last comment, please. Can you copy paste in it? If you copy paste, I'll read it. Oh. How many inches is the solder? It's like I don't understand the question. Do you mean like how much solder do you get in the... Yeah, I'm confused. I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little bit confusion here. Bro hit me with that stun lock. Does the board not come with a PCB? Yeah, it comes with one. You gotta just pick it on the MX or... Let's pick a solder or hot swap. Don't think he's talking about the solder? Hey, yo, dude. My guy. Getting a little freaky on a Sunday. I might not do Sunday photos today just because we're tinkering a lot with this board. We'll do it tomorrow, though. Oh my god. I will say, I will push for the magnetic screws here. Can I see the solder, please? Here you go. Are you saying for this, it's 0.032 inches? If that's what you're referring to, my friend. Angled screws too? Dude, I'm just saying, angled screws, I love them, but also they're sometimes tough. Alright, let's see now if there's a big difference in sound when we take those out, and then we'll put the little pieces of tape in to see what happens. I think there's actually a big difference already. Hold on a second. Oh, wow. I actually do think there's a difference. It sounds a bit more poppier without the little force breaks in there. Huh. You do get some of the top mount resonance with this. But I kind of like this more. Damn, menu. I actually do like this more like this. Yeah, and these aren't adhered or anything, so you can just take these things out. So these are easy to take out too. You just pop them in and out. So guess that's a different way to make the keyboard sound different there. Damn, that sounds really nice. Yeah, weird. Very, very interesting. I would say the overall board has a bit more pop to it. Like, it has a bit more, I don't want to say character, but I guess in a way, a slight bit more character. And it has a bit more resonance to it too, which I think adds to the board. All right, I think I'm sold on not using these little black silicone dots then. Nice. Honestly, for $250, for the standard anodized ones, for $250 you can't go wrong for this. It would be really easy to pick this up. And if you already have a Venom PCB, like a 60 PCB, all you have to do is spend an extra $10 to get the extender and buy the bare bones kit and a plate. And how much would that be? Let's see. If I just build it with the extender, if I already have a Venom 60 PCB, let's say, so it would be $235 if you already have your own PCB. Can you show the back? Of course. So if you just want to move over your stuff, then easy peasy, you can do that. Not bad. But then if you wanted to buy a PCB with this, you can get the Rocca PCB, which is $395 for this whole thing. So a little expensive for the HE stuff, but if you already have your own, you're in a good spot. This is an aluminum plate. Can we try sticker force break? Sure. Damn. I do like it though, with no force break. With not even the silicone ones. Let's try it with the little stickers, shall we? I think the angle's a little too high for it to be a gamer board. The typing angle, it's what, 9 degrees? Maybe a 7-degree typing angle for gamers would be better. Although I'm not 100% sure. I've gamed on 9-degree angled boards, and for the most part, they've been fine. Bull's pretty good at his keyboard thing. Yeah, he's pretty decent, I would say. This Bull guy's pretty good. Pretty decent. I built a Gehirn TKL for someone once. He ordered it from some guy who had force break the whole top case and also the plates. Like excessive amount of force breaks. I'm only gonna put 5 total here. I don't even think this keyboard needs this, by the way. Just as a heads up, I really don't think this is necessary. But for people curious and who want maybe a cleaner overall sound with no resonance, if you end up buying any set of modern stabs, they usually come with stuff like this. So it wouldn't really need to be like an extra purchase, so to speak. And if anyone's wondering, like, why force break? Like, what's the point? Like, well, force breaking just removes some of the resonance from, like, the top and bottom case. Some people really like it. I think sometimes it's necessary to give the board some character. But there are other people who just really, really hate resonance. So force breaking with just, like, little... These are stabilizer stickers. It's super easy to do. It doesn't really cost anything because you most likely already have a set. You can even use something like masking tape, so. Shouldn't the typing angle matter even more for actual typing? I mean, you're not using that many keys in most games. I'm not sure. Yeah, okay, this just removes a little bit more of the resonance. I think I liked it with a little bit more of the resonance in there. No, it's definitely a deeper spacebar. But I mean, there you guys go. If you guys want to hear another option, just literally throw in some stab stickers. Yeah, I preferred, okay, I actually thought I thought with these were fine too. I preferred without these little silicone force breaks in. I think if I had to choose though, I would pick no force break stickers. I think this board actually sounds really good with a little bit of resonance. Personal opinion though. It's going to be preference based at this point here, so. Yeah, it is crazy to see little things like this change up the board. I actually think, dude, I think this board would sound phenomenal with tactiles. But I mean, if you kind of wanted to get a really clean overall sound signature with no resonance, then yeah, it's definitely possible. What is a good tactile that's thocky and light spring? Ooh, light spring tactiles? I don't know at the moment. I feel like everything... I mean, maybe Hydras. I feel like Hydras aren't super, super crazy heavy. This board is made so well regardless of how you set it up. I can nearly guarantee it will sound good. I mean, I liked all three sound signatures. I feel like with these, it was a bit more bassy. Not quite as full or poppy sounding for those automatopoeia words. I did like it without these black silicone dots the most though. What color is the board? This is one of the Gambling Ages board. The color's there. Perhaps root beer float tactiles? Are those heavy? Have we tried any of the new HE switches? Not yet, no. None of like the new ones. But I do plan on it. Alright, well. Damn, I kind of want to put an HE PCB into this, but I don't have the right top. Maybe I'll have to join just to get the teal one. I do like the teal one a lot. So my only takeaways on this board entirely are just, I'm hoping for magnetic screws. That's it. I did menu. I couldn't use it on today's build, unfortunately, because I don't think it has a 6U spacebar. But I do have them right here. I was actually hoping we could use it for today's build. We'll use it for tomorrow's build or something. They're about 58 grams. Oh, that's not bad. That's pretty light for a tactile, I would say. That will be solved? Oh, cool. That'd be awesome. The Rocca version's an HE PCB, so it's Hall effect. Alright though guys, that's pretty much the stream. That's pretty much it. First stream back, we built a nice little Gehirn60. Might have to actually keep this on the desk for a little bit. Thank you, Mr. Alex. Thank you guys for tuning in today. I already posted next week's schedule in case you guys are interested in seeing what we're doing next week. But to kind of go over it, actually it is going to change just ever so slightly because I got some requests to move things. But... oh, we're doing the Kafka tomorrow. If you guys are interested in another Hall effect board, the Kafka is going to be tomorrow. Did I read the title? Did I misspell the title of the stream or something? What is it? Oh, I did. Whatever. I'll fix it later. Honestly, I'm sick. Leave me alone. I'm not feeling super great. We tried a lot of configs today. Yeah, exactly. But yeah, we're doing the Kafka. We're doing... what else are we doing? We are going to be building a Neo 75 rebuild, since you guys wanted one of those. We're doing the M9N. We're doing the Eve 65, which, dude, that board, I feel like people are going to go crazy for. I've been getting so many asks for that. And then the Ducky stream will be moved because they asked if we can move it like 2 weeks out. So I don't know what we're going to do Sunday. I might just actually move the Neo 75 rebuild to Sunday just because I don't feel like screwing up my entire schedule just for one move. So we'll see. We shall see. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the stream today. Let me plug this back in. Opinions on Topra. If you can get it in your Kaze, I didn't even know you could get it in your Kaze. Dude, go for it. That sounds awesome. Absolutely. Do it, do it, do it. Here, I'll fix the title of the stream right now. Okay. Alright, guys. I am probably going to head off now. Honestly, I'm probably going to take a really hot bath because I hope this is not just another thing I'm getting sick with. I don't know what the hell's happening to me the last like few weeks. But thanks for tuning in. The polycarb one would probably sound a lot deeper. I think this with a PC plate would be sick, by the way. This and a PC plate, the aluminum sounds fantastic already, but this and PC would be fucking awesome, dude. Let's go see who's online. Let's go see who we can go raid. Let's go see who's online. Let's go see who we can go raid. Alright, let's go raid Jay. Mr. J is streaming something. Alright, guys. Have a good one. And yeah, Tech, I might message you later. I'm probably just gonna go lay down for a bit. Honestly, I have a bit of a headache too. Was it slash raid? Yes, slash raid. Paste. You guys have a good one. Nice seeing you. How much for the build? The one we built today was technically $275, but if you didn't want like the aged aluminum stuff, you can just get one for $250. $250? Not bad. Not bad at all. Can't complain. You guys have a good one. Love you guys. And I'll talk to you guys very, very soon. Nice to be back. Bye, everybody. Love you.